You understand your mind very well, or so you think. You read the books, you know the psychological explanations. Trauma, childhood wounds, inner child, ego, subconscious, all beautiful words. And then, one morning, your boss says something sharp, just a small thing, and suddenly, the understanding evaporates. The mind is back, active, violent, chewing every word. How dare he speak like this? I did my work. I worked overtime. How ungrateful. And the loop begins. You come home, you try to relax, maybe make tea, maybe listen to some music. But the inner voice continues. You try to distract yourself. Scroll through your phone, maybe call a friend. But underneath the surface, the dialogue continues, running, replaying, rehearsing what you should have said, what you could have done, how they don't respect you. And you lie down at night, turn off the lights, close your eyes, and now it becomes even louder because there is nothing left to distract it. The same voice, the same argument, repeating like a broken record. Louder, more painful, and you cannot sleep. And here is the most ridiculous part. You are fighting against your own mind. You are the attacker, you are the attacked. You are both. You are the prisoner and you are the jailer. Both roles played by you. And you have been doing this for years, for decades, and it never stops. You go to a psychologist, he explains to you, yes, this comes from your mother or your father, your school, your conditioning. And for a moment, you feel lighter because understanding has happened. But the next incident, the next failure, the next insult, the next rejection, and again, the record plays. Because understanding is not enough. I tell you, even the most brilliant understanding does not bring peace. Understanding explains the problem. It does not dissolve it. You have to go beyond understanding. One man, Samuel, used to come to me, very intelligent, studied psychology, could explain all his miseries, every failure traced to childhood, every fear linked to some forgotten humiliation. But he was miserable, terribly miserable, more miserable than ordinary people, because now he was not only miserable, he was also intelligent enough to know the full history of his misery and still helpless. And I asked him, "What have you learned after all these books, all these sessions?" And he said, "Now I know why I am like this." I said, "That is your only achievement. You know why you are in prison, but you are still in prison. So how to be free?" And freedom begins with one simple thing: silence. Not reading about silence, not talking about silence, but tasting silence, sitting and not interfering, watching, allowing everything to pass without becoming part of it. The first time you sit, you will see it's impossible. The mind will attack in thousands of ways. Suddenly, you will remember unfinished work. Suddenly, your body will itch. Suddenly, an old insult from childhood will pop up. Sometimes, you will find yourself planning your next vacation. Sometimes, arguing with your dead father. It's like a market of madness. And you will feel, it is impossible. This silence is not for me. But if you sit through it, something beautiful starts to happen. You start seeing a small separation, a distance. The thoughts are moving, but you are not moving. The river is flowing, but you are sitting on the bank. You don't need to control the river. You only need to sit. The river flows. You remain the witness. Slowly, gaps appear. First for 1 second, then 2. The mind stops, and a freshness enters, a lightness. And you realize, all these years, I was the prisoner only because I was following every thought. Now, I simply let them pass. There was a young man. He had terrible anxiety. Whenever exams came, his stomach would tighten, breathing would become shallow, heart would race, and his only trick was distraction, television, cigarettes, noise. But it never worked. it only postponed the pain. One day I told him, sit in your room, no music, no books, no mobile, and just feel it. He said, it will drive me crazy. I said, you are already crazy. Now just watch the craziness. And after half an hour, he walked out, pale, silent, and said, it did not kill me. The anxiety came, it reached a peak, and then it faded. Yes, if you don't feel it, every storm passes. And this is your secret. When thoughts arise, don't block them, don't chase them, don't judge them. Just watch, like clouds in the sky, like leaves floating on a river. You have been trying to control your mind, and the effort to control is itself another thought. Drop the control, just watch, and you will discover you are not the thoughts, you are the watcher. And in this watching, a magic happens. The thoughts slow down, the space inside expands, you can breathe again. You can smile again, for no reason. And the greatest joy, no effort is needed. You don't have to do anything. You just have to allow everything and remain a witness. Not tomorrow, not after you read another book, but today, after you listen to me. Sit for 10 minutes, watch your madness. Don't fight, don't follow, and let me tell you, this small experiment, if you make it a habit, will change your life more than all the knowledge you have collected. And soon, the mind will still be there, but it will become your servant, and you will be free, alive in the present, and finally at peace.